First of all, I was logged in under the wrong account. So glad to be back on and see you guys tonight. Hi, Regina. Hi, Chris. How are you this evening? Yes, I was logged in under Kapow's school. I was wondering, like, what's going on? Where's my peeps? So good to see you guys tonight. Here you go. Good to see you. Hey, Renee. Hi. How are you this night? How are you tonight? Are you guys getting a better connection? Please let me know by the hearts that you are getting this connection, because I did restart my phone. So we're going to see. Hey, Jay Diaz. Good to see you on tonight. Good to see you guys on a Thursday. I have to tell you, hey. This scoping every day. Hey, Chris. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Be sure to share. This scoping every day is different for us. Like, have you scoped today? Oh gosh. Thank you for the hearts, but so very glad to be here on tonight. I am one part. Hey, young baller, how are you? Did you guys enjoy my husband last night? I just have to know, y'all. I went back and watched the tape. He let y'all know some stuff. I guess there's no secrets over here with the Perrys. So very good to see you all. Did you guys enjoy him? Missed you yesterday. Oh. Thank you for that. Thank you. Well, did you guys learn something yesterday? Hi, Arbart. Did you guys learn something on yesterday with him? I'll give you a minute. Hola, Chicago. Hi there. You missing one. He's not missing. He's here. He's just not. He's actually working right now. He's at his drafting table. He's got a commission that he has to do. Hi, Lounge with the Lacy's. But I'm sure he's going to come on over and pop his head in. Right, babe?
Yes.
Yes, he is. So, no, I'm not missing one. And Miss Tika, we one flesh. So, if you see me, you see him. Right? How beautiful. Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Baby, better hurry up. Come on over here. I'm getting some play on Periscope. No. Hi. Oh, from Louisiana. Good to see you. I think my husband, you was on with my husband last night. Oh, Lord. No, you was on with me on Wednesday night first. And then he came on Thursday. So good to see you. Young Ball is laughing. Y'all know. It's both. Yes. So did you guys enjoy him last night? I went back and watched the replay, y'all. I did not get to see it yesterday. Called it a night early. Well, it's okay. Well, maybe it's on Katch. So if you do want to see it, you can go see it. So Renee, what did you think? Oh, well, praise the Lord. Thank you. What you think, Renee? So I seen it, and he's like, I didn't get all the facts straight and all this stuff. But you know, did you on yours before his on Katch? I don't think I did Katch. I forget to do Katch. Sorry, but it's on my phone. I can put it on YouTube. So I'll upload it on YouTube because it is still on my phone. So I would definitely upload it so you can see it on YouTube. So you guys, you know, I had to leave halfway through. Was you going to watch something must have been on Shield or something must have been on Empire? You weren't on doing Empire. You in trouble. I'm in trouble. Miss Tigger, I ain't in trouble. I'm gonna I tell my kids, can't nobody get me but God. Anywho, praise him. So I'm so very glad to see you all tonight. Again, you know, if you like what you're hearing, you can go to the right side of the screen. Being dramatic. I was being dramatic. Miss Tika, you ever heard of that thing called perspective? Everybody has their own perspective. And so that was his perspective on what I said. True. And it was my perspective coming from his side. Right. It was coming from his side. It's how he sees things. And you know what? One thing that we have determined this far into our marriage that we have come to realize is that we both see things from a different point of view, which kind of brought up tonight's topic. Talk about baggage claim. So first of all, thank you all for, is anybody on here new that has not seen us before? We need to know. Hey, Natasha, good to see you on tonight. We have any newbies on tonight? We want to give you all a proper welcoming and introduce ourselves. How long have you been married? I've been married. Oh, well, welcome. We have been married for 20 years. That's how long. So it's been a minute. We got some skin in the game. We've been doing it for a while. Thank you very much. Are you married? Are you married? Wow, I know, right? So like 20 years seem like 100 years when you just say 20 years. Yep, 20 years. For 20 years, we have 4 grown children. And as my husband always, thank you. Well, one day, thank you, Young Bala, for sharing. But us women stick together. I seen you batting for me, Miss Tika. When I went back and watched that video, I said, look at her. She gonna make sure that she stick up for me, even though you were saying that, you gonna get me. But I appreciate you, having my back. I appreciate you having my back. But one thing that we always say, we stick together, but stay on the side of right. So if there's some situations that I might not have been right on, go with that. Ages, y'all look so young. I am 40, and he is 43. That's what little sisters are for. Yes, you guys are. Yeah, I'm 40, he's 43. Our kids are 25, 21, 20, and 18. So yeah, they grown for real. Like, we're not playing. Like, we ain't just put them out. They are really grown. We got married. I was 19 when we got married, and he was 22. So and we've been dating. I met him when I was 17. I was still in high school. He was robbing the cradle, y'all. Now that is the truth. It's all the truth. Anywho, and so that's kind of what we want to talk about on tonight. Young love. Yes, it was young love. Y'all was so in love. Like he kind of told the story a little bit on last night, and he said that I'll probably hate the way he tells the story. Yes, because I hate the way he tells the story, because I feel like he gasses it up. But it really, for me, was love at first sight. The moment I laid eyes on him, I was in the club, y'all, at 17 years old, and I was with my best friend, and I said, Robin, like, you see that guy over there? Like, I saw him walk by. I said, that's gonna be my husband. And like, how many times can you go to a club and pick out your husband? We don't recommend doing that now, because you never know what you're taking home. But I knew that 31 single, successful with no kids. Well, that's wonderful. So do you want to get married? Miss Cut and Design. Welcome to Marriage for Real. Are you new, Miss Cut and Design? Because I don't remember you being on before. I kind of try to remember names. So if you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Be sure to like Marriage for Real. Hi, Angie. Angie's in the house. Welcome. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Thank you. I'm worth the best. Yes, I love that. Yes, you are. You are worth the best. A lot of people don't even realize that, but you are. Babe, you want to hop on so we can get into this? This is my second time here. Well, welcome. I must have didn't see you come on. Well, welcome. Have you enjoyed the scopes thus far? Yours too. Well, welcome, Miss Angie. Welcome. I think I remember you commenting. Well, thank you guys for coming on tonight. We're kind of gonna wrap up the his and her that we kind of did this week. Thank you. To God be the glory. Thank you. I did my scope on Monday. We had was it on Monday? Yes, it was girls' night out. And then my husband, thank you, did the scope on last night. His perspective of what I said. But the funny thing about it, we were kind of discussing it, that A, it comes from your perspective, the way that you see things, and B, some of the things we discuss comes from the baggage that you brought into your marriage, right? Like, we really don't really realize the baggage that we brought in until when stuff hit the fan. And then you try to figure out why you act like that or why you responded like that. And the thing that we have to realize, first and foremost, is that you don't go into any relationship without baggage. And you have to, that's why it's titled Baggage Claim. You have to claim your baggage. We take our stuff into our relationships. We take our stuff. Yes, so true. We all got it. We do. But the thing about it, are you claiming your baggage? That's the thing. Do you claim the baggage that you have? If your spouse or your significant other says, why do you act like that? Or why do you say that? Or why do you respond like that? 9 times out of 10, it comes from something that happened in your past. It's come from a previous relationship. It's coming from a place that sometimes you don't even know where it comes from, but that's just your response to things. Like me, I was raised in a household. You said I try to claim mine. I'm trying to get better. I was raised in a household. I was raised by my grandmother for the most part. And she was just mean. She was a mean lady. And I grew up not liking people who were, or not necessarily not liking. I grew up not wanting to be around people who were confrontational. I would just stay away from them. Because that was not my nature in the past.
Hey. Yo.
Hi, I can't.
The peeps, the Periscope peeps.
Y'all, he just came and hopped in.
Hey.
So yeah, I kind of grew up not really caring for people who were kind of like in your face, and who like always had to be seen trying to stack away neatly in the back of the closet. Absolutely, like you don't have any baggage, but we all come into your marriage or your relationships or any relationship with baggage. Like I knew that coming in. I know now. I didn't really realize it. The Justice League. Yes, I didn't really, y'all. Didn't I tell you that he got a comic book shirt for every day? Like every day, he's got a comic book shirt for every day. But that makes him who he is, right?
Yes.
Right. And so for me, coming to my marriage, I didn't realize the baggage that I had. Like. But what's some of the baggage that you think that I had coming to my marriage? Our marriage.
That you still hold on to? Or that you got rid of?
Whatever, however you want to categorize it. Maybe I need to claim some tonight.
Oh, well, number one, extreme. She's very territorial. Extremely territorial. Yeah. Y'all, when we were dating, when we were dating, we had just started, really seeing each other. And she had talked to me on the phone. Now, mind you, this is pre-cell phone days, folks. Okay, this is pre-cell. We still had a pager, right? And she had just talked to me, and she didn't know that I was walking out, And so she had just talked to me, and I'm in the military, right? I leave. She comes in right behind me, and I get a call. I come back later. My boy said, D, that chick was she crazy? I'm like, what? What happened? She came up here, not just a military base. She storms up past the guard station at the front of the end of the barracks, swearing up and down that I'm in there, banging on my door, acting a fool, thinking I got some other woman in there, and I wasn't even there.
Y'all was 17.
Oh my gosh.
I was 17.
Do you know how that almost ended? Because brother didn't play that. That was embarrassing. 17. That was so embarrassing. That was a yellow flag. That was a yellow flag that I chose to ignore. But like she said, we all got baggage. We all got stuff. I didn't realize how much it was until really we started spending every waking moment together.
Okay, first of all, in defense of myself, I was 17, right? 17. And let me tell you how I brought my baggage into my marriage. First of all, y'all, when I saw the dude, I said he was going to be my husband, right? So I already claimed him at that point. So Sister Toya ain't crazy.
It was not mutual,
mind you.
Believe it.
Mind you, I'm not crazy. But the baggage, I brought that baggage. Yeah, I was young. I was young. I would do it now because he's my husband. But if I was not married to somebody, I'd be like, dude, see you later. I'm so much better.
Yeah, you are. I agree with that.
But that comes from rejection in your past. That comes from people not keeping their promises to you in the past. That comes from thank you. That comes from like my dad not being in the picture and just really having issues with men type of thing that I just brought into my marriage. Like, oh, you gonna show? I'm gonna make you show up. Like, what kind of mess is that? Yeah. Past makes us crazy. It does. It's nothing but it's serious.
Our past makes us nuts over some stuff. It does, Dustin. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
Our past will make us absolutely loopy.
Hi, Ranori.
Hello.
Yeah, you know what? This is my husband now, y'all. So I would probably do some crazy stuff now. Yeah, because he's my husband. Hey. But like if I was dating now and the stuff that I know now, I wouldn't go do that mess. That's dumb. Like I'm chasing you. Yes, I can't trust you yet. Right, absolutely. So it's those things. I think what else I brought into my marriage, it kind of goes with that is, like you said, that territorial. Like, my stuff is my stuff. Right?
I'm her stuff now.
I'm not even saying you my stuff, but what's mine.
I don't mind being your stuff, girl.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't mind being your
So
stuff.
how do you know if your partner is right for you?
Ooh.
Good question. Well, first of all, I would definitely say, so are you a male or you a female? Well, yeah, are you a male or female? I probably should know. I think you're a male. You hers.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Don't nobody else want this old crusty gray.
But that's something that I had we prayed about. You're male. Here's the thing about it. We don't think initially that we were meant for each other. Like, we think, like, we always say that it was timing for us.
Right.
And even though we can look and say it was timing then, it still didn't make no sense later.
Yeah.
It makes sense now.
It makes sense now.
But it didn't make sense then. Yeah. So if you're a male, I'm Run Nuri's wife.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
hello,
how
welcome.
are you? Welcome.
I'm glad to have both of y'all in here.
Yes, we are very.
We want our couples in here
to represent.
Yes, represent. I'm glad y'all watching together.
Very nice to meet you. Hey, Mrs. Hermione. Hi, multiracial mom. Hey there, pretty lady. Glad you. Oh, don't be flirting with her while you on that scope, because that's your wife.
Y'all do that 57.
No,
later.
we joking. No.
57 later.
Hey,
sis.
No, you can flirt with your wife.
Yes,
that's a beautiful thing. That's a
your
beautiful
boo.
thing.
That's right. We'll make that connection here. We want that connection made here.
Yes, absolutely. You flirt with her.
That's
a lot
right.
of couples don't flirt anymore, so that's a good thing. Finish with my question, please.
How do we know that if your one is right for you?
Oh, please.
Number one, I honestly believe that there's a process in dating that I strongly encourage, that you need to have enough experience in the game to know what your deal breakers are.
Yeah.
Okay, if you haven't dated enough and experienced different types of personalities and people, then it's hard to say what person is right for you. Mm-hmm. How do I know that? Is because we have witnessed several relationships where people are only, and I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying they go in with a lot of uncovered issues. Mm-hmm. When people are just on their second relationship and then they commit to marriage. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wait a second, you don't even know what you don't like yet.
Yeah.
You don't even know what is possible yet. Now, granted, I'm not saying everybody is wired to be a serial dater, mm-hmm. but I'm a proponent of building my repertoire, so to speak, and picking my deal breakers. Okay, yeah, she's crazy. Don't want that kind of crazy. Okay, she's got this, but you know what? I can deal with that. That's not really a deal breaker. She's kind of anal when it comes to this. I don't know if I can tolerate that. And I think throughout the process, you start to dial in mm-hmm. on who's right for you. Does that make sense?
And can I add a point to that?
That's just my personal opinion.
The funny thing about that is what you may like now,
you won't like 10 years from now.
You may not like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing about it. So that's definitely something that we always say that requires prayer as well.
It's kind of like your favorite snack when you were a kid. Like when I was growing up, I remember I loved Hostess cakes and Twinkies and pies.
Yes.
But now that I'm older, my tastes have changed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm like, how did I ever eat this stuff? What was I putting? Hey, what was I putting in my mouth? What really hooked me back then? And it's even now when I look back on some of the relationships that I had in the past, I'm like, Negro, what were you smoking?
Yeah.
You know, really? You were into her? For real?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my grandmother used to always say, you live long enough, life will teach you some things.
Yeah. And
I believe that also holds true for many relationships. You know what I'm saying? I believe that once you've experienced a few, you start to know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You start to dial in. You start to pick up on things pretty quickly. Like, I had one crazy. She knows the story. She was my first and only crazy. Once I tasted crazy, my crazy radar was on 10. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, she was absolutely nuts. What I found that attractive, exactly, it's not what fulfills you at 30.
No, not at all.
It changes.
It does.
You know, actually, believe it or not, the person she was at 20, at 19, at 17, if I could go back, I probably wouldn't want that person.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Nor would she want the insecure, uncertain dude that I was when she met me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now that she's been through there, been through that journey. So how do you know? I believe I won't insult you with you just know. I won't insult you with that.
Yeah.
I think that's a cop-out answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think that's a cop-out answer. I think that once again, if we're talking marriage or we're just talking relationship, I'm not entirely clear. But when you say the one, I'm assuming you mean the one to marry. I believe that it really becomes. My wife opened up beautifully when she said, "Experience comes with it." Yes, it does. When she says, I actually coined the phrase. I believe marriage is more about timing initially than it is with love. She came at a time in my life when I was tired of playing the field. I was tired. Okay, actually, the night that she met me, I had not been out with my boys, with my crew from that Magic Mike life. I hadn't been out with them in about 2 or 3 months. I was burnt out. I was tired of the game. I was tired of all the chicks. Okay, I was tired of bouncing from female to female. And so the night that I met her was like lightning struck, literally, because I was only going out because don't laugh, run Nuri. It was real. Okay. The night that I met her, I was not even going to go out that night if it wasn't for the fact that one of my dancers, one of my guys, was leaving and going home, and it was his last night with us. You know, and he literally begged me, "Come on, Solo man, come hang out with us. You know, I'm leaving, blah blah blah." And I dragged myself out there because I was so spent and tired and questioning what the meaning of all this was. You know what I mean? After a while, it got old. And when I met her, the timing was perfect.
Right, but God.
Nothing but God. You
right.
know, the time she wasn't the ideal. She wasn't what I was looking for. She wasn't what, at the time, she wasn't what
he needed.
Didn't need a lot of that stuff. Trust. Okay.
I was what he needed. I was 17 and you were he was 22.
I was 21.
You were 21, yes.
I was 21. She was 17. Mm-hmm. And so the timing was perfect.
No, babe, you were 20.
I was 20. Yes.
Yeah, you were 20.
I was 20.
Right.
She was 17. I was 21.
Yeah.
And so the timing was perfect. She came at a time when I was slowing down. I was tired. I wanted one chick. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking to get married. I wasn't looking to fall in love. None of that. Actually, I was looking for one chick that would hold me down, at least until I went back to Chicago.
I'll put you on pause. Y'all was 17. That's crazy.
She lied about her age.
Wait, no. I'm not saying 17 about...
I didn't rob the cradle. She lied about her age.
I'm not even saying 17 as far as him robbing the cradle. I'm saying 17. Like, what the heck was I thinking? Like, wanting to marry somebody, looking at somebody saying that's going to be... Y'all, I was 17 in the club. Like, can you...
Where you had to be 21 to enter.
Where you had to be 21. It was an officers club, so you had to be 21 just to get in. Of course, I lied about my age then.
Thank you.
Young baller. Timing is divine. I met my wife at the airport. We've been married for 6 years with 2 kids. Well, praise the right timing. Right, timing is divine. Like, you know what? We didn't see it then. I don't think we quite even understood it. We don't really understand the whole story, and we probably won't until we get to heaven.
No.
But we see why now. Yeah, I was being fast. That's just it. That was all, y'all.
That's all.
When they say "but God,"
it's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's like people say, "Oh, but God," or "Won't He do it?" Mm-hmm. They say it as like a catchphrase, but that's me. Like,
it was real.
It was real. But God, had it not been for God intervening. Yes,
we all have.
Yes, and it's not something I'm ashamed of. It's something that I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful for. It's part of my testimony. It's why we can do marriage for real.
Right.
It's why we can do youth ministry. It's why we can do ministry. Period, because of our past. the word tells us every minister that was taken from men was ordained for men. And so we had to go through a lot of things to be able to share and say, that. That too.
And on the timing tip, when I look back, because I don't believe in coincidences, I really see God's hand way back then. Okay, like I said, that night I was not planning on going there. That night, I don't know if she wants to share the whole story, but
not now.
I was extremely popular in my circle, and so with that being said, it was like a big deal when I showed up because people hadn't seen me in a while. Wait, quit it. And so that night I met her, I had met several other women. Okay,
we're not even telling the story.
Listen, I had met several other women, but there was something that was meant to be her. She was meant to be the one. Okay, because she really wasn't even on my radar. I was tired. I was done with chicks for a minute. I'm like, okay, brother's about to go cold turkey. You know what I mean? I'm tired of all of this. You know what I mean? And without telling the whole story, when we finally went on our first date, it was like, whoa, she's like different. You know what I mean? Got him. Exactly. I was hooked. You know what I mean? I was hooked. And I ain't gonna say I almost missed out on it, but when you guys hear the story, thank you so much. You probably realize that I did almost miss out on it. I almost messed it up, but I think it was a divine appointment. Honestly, I believe
at 17. You're tied at 20.
Brother, I went hard and fast
in the paint
3 years. Okay, I was a preacher's kid. I'm the prodigal son incarnate. Do you hear me? The prodigal son, that was me. Okay, period. I left home and lost my mind. You understand? I did everything that I thought I wanted to do. But like the word tells us, if you train up a child in the way he should go, when he's old, he won't depart from it. There were certain things that I held on to maintain my identity. Like I would never drink. I would never smoke. Now I'm king of the club. Never drank. We had private tables. I'm getting bottles sent. I would never touch it. Never touch it. My crew would. I would never touch it. My vice was women. I wanted to do all I can as fast as I can. And by the time I was 20,
and you did it.
3 years, brother was burnt out. You hear me? Burnt completely out. And soon as I was done, here she comes. Yeah, truly blessed.
Yeah, we thank God for that. And so we're gonna go. So thank you for the question. You can get burnt out easily. Sometimes you live a fast life, and for me, it was more so. God, like, I'm gonna give you some type of stability in your life because you're gonna be dead, girl, soon. So let me go ahead and just. His family was the one that actually. Thank you
all so much.
His family was the one who introduced me to Christ. And so, like, God just had such a divine plan.
Because I wasn't representing.
He wouldn't.
I wasn't representing.
I wasn't.
I didn't want to have nothing to do with the church. I was burnt out from the church. I was churched out growing up. His and her money, marriage with goals. Y'all chime in if y'all still watching. We was in church 3-4 nights a week on school nights, not coming in till 1 o'clock in the morning. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yes, and you know what? That's yes, we do. And you know what that is? That is part of the baggage piece of it. Because here's the thing about it. You can be with your spouse for a while, and you can kind of program them how to respond to you.
Yes.
Like the first 5 years of our marriage were some of the toughest years of our marriage. And so after you've gone through a series of arguments and different things like that, you can program your spouse. Yeah, you can program your spouse on how to respond to you. Yes. Like something like a conversation could have been had 10 days ago, and you still sitting on it and harping with it. It's over for one person, but not over for the other, and they're still stuck there.
I program Toy to respond to my criticism by being defensive. Mm-hmm. And so even because I'm extremely critical, I like things a certain way. You know what I mean? This is marriage for real, y'all. We being for real. We being transparent here.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I grew up. My mom was a stickler for neatness. 5 kids in the house, cleanliness. I was raised a certain way, went to the military, learned that whole discipline thing. I was extremely critical, extremely precise. Yeah, I know. And so I used to come at her with, did you do this? Why? Why did you do it like this? Why did you do that? And before I knew it, even when I would come to her in peace, she would react defensively. Because
Did you just call me a mess on?
Huh?
Go ahead, babe.
What?
A mess. Like I was running. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
I'm
Finish.
confused.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, she lost me on that one. Even when I would come in peace, she would react defensively because she thought I was coming at her because she was so used to me being critical about every little thing. Mm-hmm. You understand? And then, I had to learn how to change that programming. When I realized, wait a second, she's reacting. She's not making this up. There's something that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something that I'm putting out that she's reacting to negatively, so that I can't even reach her when I really want to.
Right, and that makes communication hard. And so you guys are like fairly new to our scopes. And one thing that my husband says this all the time. He says, you know what? Y'all should see how my wife just looked at me as you explained this. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. If you guys are kind of new to our scopes, but we are like 20 years in, we're at the point now to where we can have honest conversations and be mad at each other and get over it. So that's why our communication has gotten better.
Because she was mad at me the other night, y'all. She was mad at her brother. But you heard what I said happened afterwards.
Yeah, because we just don't let things fester so long anymore. Oh my gosh.
She got over it.
Sip your tea, okay? Sip your tea. Uh-oh, yes.
She got over it.
But anyhow, back to programming. Back to programming. Putting all our little business out in the street.
That's why I was in such a good mood yesterday.
I'm going to sit right here.
I'm done. We're working on intentional listening. He said, I heard... Intentional listening is very important.
Yes, it is.
I like that. Intentional listening.
It is. And you know what? And with that being said, some people sometimes arguments go further before you can get there and have that real having mature arguments. We ain't even there where we have mature arguments. You guys seem happy. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are.
We are.
We ain't even there yet.
Nope.
Well, we can have what I'm hearing you say is that you didn't like the way I didn't put no gas in the car. Is this
we won't even go there.
Right. We ain't there yet.
We won't go there.
We still at. So you just couldn't stop and put no gas in the car. Like you passed 50 gas stations and couldn't put no gas in the car.
So you just gonna play Russian roulette with this Nissan, right?
Well, I know how far to go. So right. Yeah, so intentional the conversations.
Car's choking, and she's still driving. And she's still pushing it. I can go a little bit further.
Okay, for the record, I don't think women should stop and get gas. I just don't think. I don't think that we should have to stop and get gas. You know I'm driving. You know I don't like to get gas. Do that for me, can you?
We do. We communicate on totally different wavelengths.
Yes, we do.
Design. We do.
We do.
And the key is learning the wavelength that your spouse speaks on.
Yes.
And if my spouse speaks French and I speak German, if I want her to get what I'm saying, it behooves me to learn how to speak French.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Period. Okay, and that's you can follow that metaphor. I'm not going to keep on speaking German and expect her to respond favorably to me when she doesn't know what the heck I'm saying or why I'm saying it. Learning how to speak in a way that your spouse... But see, if we can be perfectly honest here, in today, nobody wants to lessen themselves for someone else. Yeah. Everybody wants to hold their ground, dig in their heels. Yeah. Everybody wants to learn... Everybody wants to dig in their heels, stand their ground. Okay, and that may work in the business force. That may work out in the world. But behind the four walls that's your house, you have to learn how to bring yourself down.
Be willing to
bring yourself down for the person that you say you love enough to spend the rest of your life with.
Yes.
If I love you that much, My pride should not drive me in my relationship with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It should not. It should not be the thing that I hold on to despite everything else. I should be willing to submit to one another. It's a mutual submission. Okay, I said this thing the other day, and we'll probably go more in depth with it because we're going to have to chime off here in a little bit. But if one person in a relationship is completely happy, then somebody isn't. Okay?
So I'm so stubborn.
Yeah.
He said that's hard. It's hard to...
It's very hard. If one person is getting everything they want in a relationship, that means somebody isn't. You understand? It's got to be a mutual exchange. Mm-hmm. Marriage is the ultimate in compromise. Okay? We can probably say, yeah, we're content, but we compromise a lot. Mm-hmm. We have to compromise. I rarely get at 100% of what I want. I've had to learn to be content with the 70 she allows me, because she just got to have that 30, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. You understand? Sometimes I just got to be like, you know what? I'm going to end up with this 20, but I'm going to still be winning as long as we ain't fighting and we moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and be content with my 20. You know what I mean? Knowing that on the back end, it's probably going to come my way.
It's going to sway.
It's going to swing back my way.
It's a seesaw type of thing that happens. And for you all, I hear a lot of you all saying, I'm stubborn. And we are
stubborn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, we do.
Actually, we're about to start some marriage for real stuff that we're going to make you guys aware of. We're getting everything in order right now.
But here's the thing
you all want to contact us.
Yes. Like we said on previous scopes, you have to remember that what, babe? We are the team. We are the team.
Period.
You are never going to see two people on the same team. The goal, basketball, because I know that's what my husband relates to, so we can talk about that.
Yes. We can always
The goal is to get the ball in the basket, right? Yes. Things for engaged couples too as well. Absolutely.
Yes.
The goal is to get the ball in the basket. We don't care who takes the ball down the court, long as the ball gets in the basket. Sometimes I'm going to have a good night. Some days he's going to have a good night. But we're the team.
We're the team.
And we're the only ones on the team.
And the goal is to win.
And the goal is to win.
Regardless of who takes the shot. Whenever you watch any championship team, last year it was the Warriors. Guess what? Even the people in the back office got rings.
Yep.
Do you understand? And they didn't even get on the court. Do you understand? The towel boy got a ring. Do you understand? Number 15, who never saw a minute of playing time in the playoffs, he got a ring. You know why? Because we're the team.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who gets the glory as long as we get the win.
Yeah.
You understand? You all have to determine in yourselves that we are going to win, babe.
And not sacrifice one for the other. When we get into our stubborn spot, long as we win. When we get into a stubborn spot, we're sacrificing our partner.
Yeah. At
that moment, we're like, you know what? I don't care. This is how I feel right now. That's how you feel. My husband showed me something the other day. It was like these two penguins, right?
You all probably saw on our Facebook page.
If you follow us on Facebook.
Right.
But it was two penguins, and it says how you feel when you win an argument. And one penguin must have said something to the other one, and it walked off to the theme music like, you know. You seen that? Yes.
Yeah.
Right, but that's how we feel. I mean, if your goal is to win in your marriage, if you win the argument, if it may feel good at the moment,
but it's going to cost you.
Yeah,
it's going to
cost you. You should never offer your spouse up as a sacrifice for nothing.
No.
That is a message.
Yeah, that's powerful. Where's being stubborn getting you? Is it solving? It doesn't solve you. It doesn't solve anything. Anything that is rigid is eventually going to break.
Yes.
Stubbornness is just another word for rigid. Okay. Anything that's rigid eventually is going to break, especially when there's a force applied to it consistently.
Yes, and what price are you willing to pay? Yeah, and like, are you willing to sacrifice your marriage? Or even not so much as your marriage, it may not bring you to divorce, but are you willing to sleep back to back for the next 2 weeks? Are you wanting to, have that cold shoulder going around? Are you wanting to have your lines of communication broken down to where you all are not even corresponding together? It's just like dumb stuff. You need to talk about the kids because I ain't speaking to you because you sacrificed me.
Yep.
Things like that. Was that your... Because I'm talking too much.
No.
Okay, go ahead. So yes, don't sacrifice your marriage. Don't sacrifice your partner. Don't do it. If you know that you have stubbornness issues and you know that,
right,
then work on it.
Like the last time we scoped together on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday when we scoped together, she felt some kind of way once he got off. Now, I did have to take a little poll, and I didn't quite get why she felt that way. I was assured that I did not come off that way, the way she said that I came off. But what the end result was, as long as she felt that way, if you all saw my scope, I had to come back and make it right. You understand? Because I'm not willing to sacrifice her even for this Periscope thing.
Yeah.
Even for, the counseling that we're about to start doing and the webinars that we're about to start. I'm not willing to sacrifice her for that. You understand? And if it matters to her, it matters.
Thank you.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, period.
She said you heard.
Yeah. If it matters to her, it matters. I don't have to get it. I don't have to get it. Because guess what? I'm not in her head carrying all the luggage, all the scars. I'm not privy to her filter. Do you understand? Even though after 20 years of marriage, I kind of know how she may hear certain things. That just comes through experience. But I don't have direct access to the filter in between her. Oh, thank you. I don't have direct access to the filter between. You got to move over. Thank you so much. I don't have access to the filter between her ears. So when she expresses something to me, if I care for her as much as I say that I do, it's got to matter. It's not about who's right. It's about what's right. Mm-hmm. And when she said, babe, you made me feel this kind of way on that last scope, I said, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. I will make it right when I go back on. Okay? And then you all saw the scope, You got to do what you got to do to maintain your thing.
Yeah.
Maintain your thing.
Yeah.
This is my thing. Aww. Whatever it takes to maintain her, I'm obliged to do. Period.
That's sipping my tea on. That's okay, you guys, and I appreciate him saying that because he did. Like afterwards, y'all, I was like feeling some type of way, and y'all like, what? Should I tell why I felt some type of way or no? It don't matter. It don't matter really. But it's like probably. Never mind. Dave in that series, he came back. He said to me before we go to bed because I was feeling some type of way. And it's like when you feeling some type of way, and I'm like, God, I know that this is a ministry for us, and so I'm trying to pull it together. Like, you can't allow the enemy to get in because of our own personal baggage. You know what I'm saying? Things that we are going through, things that are in our mind. Like he said, the filter that we filter. Somebody says something to you, and whatever they say, it's filtered through your own personal filter, the way that you perceive things and the way that you hear things. Now, he says that he said it in a way, he's like, what you mad for? Like, what I say?
And really, I was like, what?
Wait, what did I say? Or he's saying, how'd you get that out of that? But because of my life experiences, because of my hurt, because of all these things, that's the way I heard it and that's the way I received it. And did it make it right? No. Because there's only one right. Just because I feel a way don't make it right. And that's one thing, that's a side note for women. Just because that's the way you feel, my husband had to tell me this a number of years. Just because that's how you feel, don't make it right. Right. No matter, but it's the way that I felt, but it didn't make it right. He said, I've been trying to figure it out.
I think we all do, bro.
Yeah, we all do. And it, women, we are very complex.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're all like that. We're very complex. We had to figure some things out in our marriage. And so he did. He came. And that's a good thing, right? So what did we learn early? Come back with your apology quick. Yeah. And he did. And he just apologized. And it blessed me that he did. He said, first of all, y'all, it's funny. He said, babe, I apologize. If you felt that way. I didn't mean it like that. But y'all, you know how somebody, like, I'm sorry at that moment, don't make it feel better. So he looked at me and said, I said I'm sorry. Naisha, that's how Naisha, that's how Jeremiah do me. Like, Miss Perry, I said I'm sorry. Like, why are we still here? But he said he was sorry. But it took a minute, you guys, for it to kind of mold over. So today I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good spot. It just takes some time, y'all. Y'all just work with us.
And be kind to yourselves. Like I said, we're not talking from the mountaintop. We know that how not to lose each other and the kids, if that makes sense. Yes. We are going to take note of that. We have another one. We actually going to. She's going to take note.
I'm typing it
she's
right now.
She's about to take note of that. We're going to cover that. Send if you have any topic requests or any issues. Send them to us at our email at marriageforeal FOREAL @gmail.com. Miss Tika, you know you're our ace. If you can put up the email address for those who are new, marriageforeal @gmail.com.
One R. Yes, you already got it up there.
Email it to us, and we will definitely cover it in one of our future scopes. Or hit us on Twitter. We just responded to somebody. Long distance relationships. Okay, we can cover that too. We've been there. Yes, 7. Thank you, Young Baller 7. You know, there's no other way to be, Angie. Because we thank you so much, Miss Tika. Marriage for real. That's our email address at gmail.com. Send any questions either to there, any issues. If you need prayer on something, we want to know. I shouldn't be jealous, but I know I shouldn't be jealous of my child.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We're going to cover that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Twitter, Instagram, and Katch. Yes. Yep. Facebook, Twitter. Thank you, Miss Tika. You got us covered.
She worked it out, girl.
That's our girl. Once we start rolling, we're going to put you on payroll. You going on payroll, Miss Tika. You and Chris, just get ready. We about to take this marriage for the wheel nationwide, girl. Okay? For real. But yeah, send your questions, your inquiries, your stories. Send us pictures of yourself, of you and your spouses. We want to celebrate you guys on our Facebook page and on our social media. We want to celebrate modern marriages.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to cover everything that's on your hearts. Because this really is about you guys. You know, like we always say, we're not doctors, we're not counselors, we are ordained ministers, but we're your brother and sister from up the block that you've seen go through this thing, and we're still together. Yeah. And you might have some questions that we can relate to. So come down and holler at us.
Because we've had just about everything under the sun happen. Just about.
That can happen.
We ain't pushing some issues, but we just had some. We've had some serious issues keeping it 100, and we believe in keeping it real. It's hard because he's me busy. My baggage, rejection, and abandonment.
Oh wow.
So you know what? Can we give her one quick tip on that?
Yep, because my battery's about to die.
Yeah. Baggage, reject. You know that is your issue. And I know, obviously, if you're following us for any point in time, you know that we're going to always rely on the word and bring the word like right back to you. Tonight, yes, actually, we're praying for you.
We are a praying group here.
But can I tell you that is something that he can't heal?
No.
There has been this. I've been hearing this all day. And that word has been liberty. You need to walk in the freedom that the Lord has given you. And that word literally has been like, you are free from that. That is not who you are. That is what happened to you. So we're going to come back. We're going to be sure that even we're going to post on our page, our Facebook. Thank you. We're gonna be posting that on our Facebook just because that's something that I know a lot of people deal with is abandonment and rejection.
I did. Yes, we're going to tackle that.
We're going to tackle
that. That's going
issue.
to be high on our list. And unity. Absolutely, we're going to tackle that. But on that note, we are about to check out here. If you guys have received anything, Miss Tika on it. We are here to help you put your 10,000 to flight.
And those hard it up when we get ready to get off.
The word tells us 1 should put 1,000 to flight, 2 should put 10,000 to flight. And if you receive something that we said today, hit 7. 7 is what we do here at Marriage for Real. That's God's number of completion. Yes. So we completed our mission on tonight. Hit those 7s and let us know that you felt us on tonight and that you've been ministered to. You know, we love you guys.
Yes, we do.
We pray for you daily. That is not a cliche. That's not a tagline. That's a real statement. We pray for everyone that follows this daily.
Yes,
because we want your marriage, your relationship, your future marriage, your spouse, your fiance. We want that relationship to not only thrive but produce abundant fruit.
Yeah.
Okay. And so with that, we're gonna say we love you guys. We're praying for you.
Absolutely.
Keep fighting. Keep hanging in there. There is no plan. We will be on tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Final word. Do not quit.
Don't quit.
Don't quit.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Okay. We love you. God bless you. Good night, Periscope family.
Good night. Our theme music. Dun, dun, dun.
We'll be back on tomorrow night.
We'll be back on tomorrow.
Same
Love
that
you too.
time. Love you guys. Thank you, Miss Cut and Design.
Yes,
Thank
we'll
you
be
all.
on tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
All right. God bless.
We gotta get us some theme music.
I know, right?
Right, I know, right?
We're going to get some theme music for y'all. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Peace.